Hi, my name's Alissa, and I'm the Science Program Manager at Boston Children's Museum. Now today, I'm not doing a science activity. I want to tell you a story that I learned a really long time ago when I was little. And it's one of my favorite stories to tell. And all you need to tell it is a paper boat. After I tell you the story, I'm going to show you how to make the boat and then how to use the boat to tell your version of the story. Ready? The Story of the Lazy Captain. Once upon a time, there was a lazy captain. One day he decided to go for a sail in his boat, and as usual, he fell asleep. While he was sleeping, a huge storm came up and tossed the boat wildly among the waves. As the boat was being tossed, it crashed into a rock, and the bow of the boat was torn away. Then the boat smashed off in the other direction, and the stern of the boat was torn away. And still the captain slept on. Then a huge wind came along and tore off the sail of the boat. Away it went. The storm raged on all night. The next morning, when the villagers went looking for the lazy captain, all that they could find was his t-shirt. To make your boat, you'll just need a regular piece of paper. Copy paper or construction paper are fine. And on my piece of paper, I'm actually using a copy that was extra. I made too many. So rather than using a fresh piece of paper. Okay, so to start, you're going to fold your paper in half, hamburger style. Now take your time here. Line up your two corners and your three edges carefully. Make sure that they're all lined up before you press your crease. Take your time. Then you're going to fold it in half again. Again, lining up your corners and your edges. But this time just press very lightly and then unfold it again right away. Now, you've got an open edge and you've got a folded edge. Take that folded edge and bring this corner and this top fold, bring them in to line up with that center fold you just made. So again, take your time. Make sure that this line here is lined up with this line here. And then press it down. Then you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So now you have two triangles. Then down here, you still have that open fold. You've got two flaps. Take this top flap and fold it up over your triangles. And then turn it over. You're going to do the same thing on this side. And again, line up your corners. Make sure this flap lines up with this first flap. And check the bottom edge. Make sure they line up there too. And then fold. And now you have a hat. But to continue making it into a boat, this next step is a little tricky. You're going to take your hat and point it down so that this top point is pointing straight down. And then right at the middle, put your thumbs right at the middle and just pull, 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 pull. You see those opposite corners are coming together. And when they do come together, press everything flat. Tuck these flaps under each other. It doesn't matter which way. And then again, press the whole thing flat. Now you have a square. Okay, now, again, you have an open edge, looks like a big mouth, and you have your folded edges. Set your square so that the open part, the mouth part, is pointing at you, like this mouth is going to come and eat you up. Take on the top flap, take this point and fold it straight up so that it lands a little more than halfway up this folded line here. So now you have another triangle. And then turn it over and do the same thing. And check to make sure that your flap on the first side is lining up with your flap on this side. Now we're going to do sort of the same thing we did before. You're going to take this point, point it down, put your thumbs right at the middle, and very gently pull, 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 pull. Oops. Pull, 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 until everything comes flat, and then press it flat again. Now, I don't know what you call this shape. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It has 5 sides, so it's a pentagon. Okay, now, once again, we have an open part and folded edges and 2 triangles. Now, you're going to grab your 2 triangles with the open part pointing towards you and the folded part pointing away, and just gently pull out those 2 sides until you've got your boat, and then press it flat. Okay, there's your boat. Now you're ready to learn how to tell the story. When you tell the story, the points that you need to remember are that the boat loses the bow, the front end, the stern, the back end, and the sail. And you can do that by ripping it, or you can use scissors. Now the plot of the story is kind of up to you. There needs to be a boat, it goes out to sea, there's a storm, bad things happen, and the boat gets torn apart. But the details are up to you. And you don't have to tell it all fancy using stop motion like I did. I've told this story a zillion times to kids on the subway. Just found an old newspaper lying around and made a boat out of it. So once you've torn off the front and the back and the sail, you need to unfold it at the end to make the t-shirt. Now this is the part that I always messed up when I was a kid. You only unfold it to here. Don't unfold it all the way. That's what I always used to do. I would unfold it all the way, and then I couldn't figure out where I went wrong. You only unfold it to here. Okay? So do me a favor. I want you to record your version of the boat story. My version has a lazy captain and a couple of rocks. Maybe your version has a captain who's having a party, or maybe there's sea monsters or sharks, or who knows. But tell your version of the story, record it, and post it below. Because I've been telling this story for a long time, and I could really use some new ideas on how to tell it. So, keep checking back with us here on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube for more ideas of fun things to try while you are at home. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.